Hi, this is Roughhouse of Parahub Radio, the internet's only rock and roll paranormal extravaganza. Thanks for downloading this week's podcast. Now, this is a stripped-down version of our weekly show without the music and the commercials. If you'd like to hear the whole show, join us on Thursdays beginning at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, and 3 a.m. in the UK. Just go to parahub.org and you can hear the whole show and chat with us. Thanks for downloading this week's show. Hope you enjoy it. Parahub Radio, the internet's only rock and roll paranormal extravaganza. It's REM, and it's the end of the world, and I feel fine. I actually feel better now than I did last week, but still fighting that nasty cold. But I'll handle it. Hi, my name is Roughhouse. Joining me tonight, Pete, Paula, and Anthony. And we don't know where Katz is tonight. Hopefully she'll be joining us here shortly. Welcome, everybody. It's good to have everybody, 3/4 of you back. It's been kind of an interesting week. As I have to ask though, one of the things we didn't talk about, and I'll bring Pete in here. Last week was the fact that you're in Houston, and I know it's kind of old news now to talk about Hurricane Ike, but Mrs. Roughhouse and I were talking today, and we haven't really seen a whole lot of pictures and stories coming out of your area. Is it still bad? I mean, is it just like any other storm?
Well, we just got our electricity back yesterday.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you. So we're no longer living in bedrock. But I know down in Galveston, the Bolivar Peninsula, they have a blackout in that area because they have been pretty much pulling bodies out of there for quite a while.
Really?
From what I understand, the statistics might be off, but this is what I've been hearing, is that there was about 20,000 people that stayed on the island, and I think that they could, at one point, they could only account for 1,500, and that number had gone up considerably. I just don't know what the number is at this moment. But I've got a friend of mine that, one of my investigators, Mike, he's sometimes in the chat room.
Yeah.
I think he told me that they pulled out like about 1,500 people, or they saved. They saved like 3,500 people, and there was quite a lot of people that passed too.
Wow.
Children, livestock.
You guys aren't doing it right. See, in Florida, hurricane party, people don't die. I mean, I guess I shouldn't laugh because one of the people in our chat room right now said he lives in that area also. He says it's still pretty bad. So
yeah, they've been starting to let people back in, and they first started letting them in at a look on a look and leave.
Uh-huh.
They had. What kind of really pissed me off, and a lot of people too, when they were told to evacuate, people, they headed for the hills, man. I mean, wherever they had family, they drove. If it was 8-10 hours to drive, that's where they had. Now, the city of Galveston said, okay, well, you can come back and do a look and leave, which you basically just kind of see what your house looks like, if it's still even there, and then you're supposed to leave. Well, so all these people are coming back from wherever they came from, sometimes, like, again, driving 8-10 hours, in traffic to get down there, and then the city of Galveston said, well, I don't think we're prepared for this. We really don't have the security. Y'all need to turn around and go home. You got gas. Gas is damn near $4 a gallon.
Right.
The time, energy, all that stuff, and those people are pissed off down there, and I don't blame them at all. But I think that they just now started letting people just go back in there to get to their houses, and everything's pretty much coming back. It's getting, it's slowly bouncing back pretty well. But for the last week and a half though, it's been weird around here, dude. It really has. I mean,
yeah, I know. I've been through it. I know. It's it is weird. It's a weird kind of wet blanket kind of feel that you get.
Oh yeah.
After going through a hurricane like that, and we didn't tell your dog story last week. We held off. Yeah. So, yeah. For people who don't know, Pete has a very large. Is it one or two Danes?
One Dane, 2 Basset Hounds, and a pit bull.
Okay, so I get a call the other day, and I hear this great story, and I've been, like, for a whole week, I've been, waiting to tell the story. Go ahead and tell them what happened. You got a call at home from work about what?
I got a call from at home. I mean, at work from home. My next door neighbor is on his cell telling me that I need to get home because my Great Dane is hanging out of my window, frothing at the mouth, and there's blood on my windowsill. And she has gone through the screening. And so, I hear this, and I'm like, oh Christ, because I didn't know if my wife had come home yet or not, because she usually gets home a little bit earlier than me. So I came down there, and I left. I was getting home, and my wife arrived just a little bit before I did, so she was okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, she wasn't at the house. He had called 911. So the police was there. They were asking my wife questions when I pulled up. What it seems to have happened is that somebody tried to break into my house. And the Great Dane had taken a bite out of him and had gone through the screening, taken a bite of him. And my neighbor said that he saw somebody, running and screaming away, but he really didn't give a good look at him.
Limping away.
Yeah. So, so they came in, they took blood samples, since there was blood, and they had some fingerprints. Uh-huh. And I was told yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, that they caught the guy.
Oh, good for you. Oh, good.
Actually through DNA. It wasn't even the fingerprints. He had it was an aggravated robbery, like last month, I think.
Is this the DNA they got from between the dog's teeth?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
And he didn't get anything though, right? They didn't take anything.
Hell no. Oh, hell no. What the funny part about it was, if he would have gotten past the Dane, I got the two Basset Hounds, my little Rugrats. So I don't know what they would have done.
Oh gosh, slobbered all over him.
Yeah,
showed him where the jewelry was.
Yeah, then I'd have the pit bull behind her. So.
Right. Wow. That's just. It's sad that people resorted to looting so soon. But it's good your dogs were on the case.
Well, I got another one for you too. When everybody was trying to get gas before, just before the storm was getting ready to hit, I saw two old men just fist fighting.
They were throwing down at the gas station. Gotta love that.
They were fist fighting over gas, and gas is flying all over the place, and they're having. Step outside. I was I was actually thinking about, maybe I should go ahead and try to stop this. And I step out of the car and I see the gas flying around. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm going to sit in the back of the, because one of them's got a lighter or something, and I'm like, I don't want to get blown up or caught on fire with these idiots.
Yeah.
Fighting over gas. So I just got back and I just thought, what the hell is it? Go with it. Go for it.
Nice.
I watched.
Oh, you gotta love that.
And there was two old women that got in a fist fight in Walmart over some dried food. They both wanted the macaroni and cheese.
Gosh.
I mean, it was crazy, dude. It was just crazy.
And I'm sure you can find most of this on YouTube or something like that.
I'm sure. Probably good.
Probably, speaking of the tube, I saw a commercials, tonight on television for the new Most Haunted Live show. Have you seen this on the Travel Channel? October the 10th. They're going to be live at the Gettysburg Battlefield. Most Haunted Live. So if you're in the Gettysburg area, I'm not even sure exactly where that is. Anthony, where is the Gettysburg Battlefield area? I mean, I'm sure it's not. Is there a Gettysburg, Pennsylvania? I guess there is, right?
Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Anthony is there somewhere, I think.
Uncle Anthony?
I guess he is. I don't know. But if you're in that area of Pennsylvania on October the 10th, go on by and heckle the people at Most Haunted Live as they do a live broadcast there from the battlefield.
You can get them away from testing their farts on the thermal imaging camera.
That was a great one. Coming up tonight here in just a little while, we'll be talking with Shannon McCabe and Holly DeLauder from a Haunted and Paranormal Investigation, HPI for short, and we'll talk with him about that. Coming up here in just a Yay, there you are. I thought you had fallen asleep or something.
No, something was wrong with my mic.
Oh, that's what they all say. Hello? Are you on? Hello? Are we there? Testing. I feel like I'm on Blog Talk Radio all of a sudden. Is this thing on? Hello, guys. Hello. Anyway, coming up here in just a minute, we got Paula Jedi and the latest paranormal news on Parahub Radio.
Parahub Radio News.
Parahub Radio News brought to you by Haunted America Tours. See them at hauntedamericatours.com. Now here's Paula Jedi with the latest paranormal news.
All righty. Well, I have a triangle-shaped UFO that has been spotted over Wrexham, UK. But that's not the good one. The good one is Nicole Kidman is claiming that a waterfall in Australia helped her get pregnant.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, I think maybe she was just cheating on Tom, but... But anyway, now you get it. That took you a second.
I get it. Okay.
Anyway, a total of 7 babies, not all hers, of course, were born as a result of the mothers having fun in the water.
Write this down. Mrs. Roughhouse and I need to go visit this place.
Oh, yeah.
Where is it in Australia? What's the name of the city?
Kununurra.
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 That wasn't after the circle jerk tournament, was it?
Oh.
He's not going to work here anymore anyway.
Anyway. Now that you messed that up.
That's Office Space,
right.
By the way. Anyway.
Kununurra, Australia. All right.
So anyway, I think they just hide men in the water.
Or something else. Never mind.
I said Corpus Christi all over again.
Oh, the visual I just had of an entire... Never mind. Ugh. Never mind. Moving right along before I step into something here. Literally.
Okay. Now, remember to meet our very own Pete Haviland. Did I say your name right, Pete? Pete Haviland? At the... Okay.
At the Parastud.
Okay,
Ranch.
you can meet Pete at the Jefferson Ghost Hunter and Legends. What? Okay, guys, I can't type. Ghost Hunters and Legends Seeker Conference on October 4th.
There you go.
Okay. It's sponsored by the historic Jefferson Ghost Walk in Jefferson, Texas. And you can call 903-665-6289 for more info.
Talk to Jody. Tell her we sent you.
Jody.
Okay, now, this one's pretty cool.
Okay.
Six Flags is adding a roller coaster called Sasquatch to its Queensbury, New York roster.
Cool.
Riders of this coaster are going to experience 4.5 Gs as they plummet down 2 192-foot towers.
I experience about 20 Gs myself. Every time it takes a corner, I'm like, jeez!
Oh, cute. Anyway, the ride... Don't mind me. The ride will be ready sometime in 2009.
Anyway.
Next. Ghosts are now showing interest in physical fitness.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain yourself. What does that mean?
One can be found at the Overland Park Gym in Missouri, where security cameras have captured an orb roaming around the dumbbells. And, of course, you can see the video on my MySpace page at myspace.com/poltergeist tower with 2 T's. I think it looks like a bug, but that's
have to check that out.
my opinion. When things get really close to the camera lens like that.
And you would know
IR.
all about that.
Ooh.
In the night vision.
Are you doing web shows again, Paul?
Oh.
See, now it took you a long time to get that one.
I'm blonde tonight.
Catch up.
Okay, vampire tourism seems to be the latest trend, especially in Forks, Washington. Now, before you get your undies in a knot, and before I get my tongue in a knot...
Because your undies are already in a knot. And you're videotaping them, apparently.
The novel Twilight by Stephanie Meyer has been drawing in the crowd.
Right.
So if you want to see the dank, rainy town that the vampires in the book are from, go there. Forks, Washington.
Yeah, the movie comes out in December, I think, sometime. Just before Christmas. Big thing. I mean, it's like Harry Potter for vampires.
Vampires for Christmas? That's twisted, too.
Hey, why not?
I don't know.
Blood is red. Santa, Satan, same letters.
Where does the green come in?
The green comes after, you've been laying out, in the yard for about 3 weeks. Kind of bloated. You're turning green, That's where that comes from. A nice holiday, festive green.
Well, actually, we hang up a Reaper in front of the door for Halloween, and that doesn't get taken down until April. So we have it up for Christmas.
I'm required to dress like a Reaper before I go to bed every night. It's just
too much info.
It's just a thing we do.
Don't want to know.
So how do you describe to your daughter the Easter Reaper?
Nice.
We don't. We just put bunny ears on it.
Okay.
Oh, so the Easter Reaper is coming after Santa Claus.
Hey, we do have a Santa Claus hat for Reaper, though.
4th of July, just stick sparklers in his hands. Hey, Sparkler Reaper. Nice.
Yeah,
What do you do for Labor Day? We put a hard hat on him.
Yeah. Accessory pack. You can also have Thanksgiving Reaper.
Thanksgiving
Put
Reaper.
sticks on that one.
We just stick a turkey nose on him and some feathers, and he's good to go.
Now that's an idea.
And then check out our Leprechaun Reaper for those March 17 days.
It's a birthday over there at Paula's place. How do you know? Birthday Reaper. Look, he's wearing a hat. A birthday
Good
hat.
Lord.
It's Arbor Day Reaper. He's got a tree in his hand. Cinco de Mayo Reaper.
I don't know about that one.
Cinco de Mayo Reaper. Oh my God.
That is awesome.
Okay.
I'm going to put up Cinco de Mayo Reaper up next year, just to see what happens. Not that anybody would even question it at my house.
Oh my God. Reapers for all occasions.
All right, next story. Since we just beat the Reaper to death. No pun intended.
Chinese New Year Reaper.
Dragon with a sickle.
This Reaper's going to have a costume for every month.
Better get sewing.
Scottish Highlands Reaper.
No. John has an idea. Happy Hanukkah Reaper.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, there you go. We did a Reaper with a menorah.
See, now we can get into the Jewish holidays, and you're covered.
Yeah, the Yom Kippur Reaper.
Yeah, that's coming up next week. Or no, Rosh Hashanah's next week. So, the Rosh Hashanah Reaper.
Okay, now back to the news.
Yeah, we are so far behind. Shannon and Holly
right.
are waiting for us to call right now.
Okay, two more.
The Reaper with a yarmulke. Yeah.
All right. Comedian Dane Cook was kicked out of his West Hollywood apartment and has now given up the fight to get it back because he now says that his apartment is haunted.
Dane Cook's apartment is haunted. Put a Reaper on his door.
But he now owns a $7 million home in Hollywood. So he can't be too bad off. And finally, evil spirits decided to haunt some school children in New Zealand, or so they say. That was last Friday. The school just happens to be called the Bottom Primary School. But that's not what the news is about.
Bottom primary. I mean, like, are these special ed kids or something? Or? I wasn't meaning that to be a joke. I mean, you said bottom primary.
Schoolgirl Reaper.
Anyway, an 11-year-old girl got sick and collapsed. And more students started collapsing, so now they're saying, oh no, there are evil spirits in the school.
There are.
Lunch lady Reaper.
My school had to be haunted. Or at least some of the teachers were zombies or something. I know that's what they were feeding us. Other children.
Yeah.
I know they
Well,
were.
With the school name... With the school name Bottom Primary, I'd say the kids probably just have bad cases of gas.
Probably. Gassy Reaper.
I'll pass on that one.
Oh!
And I don't mean gas.
So will Gassy Reaper. He farts your favorite holiday tunes.
Wow.
Okay, finally, on October 18th, I'm going to St. Augustine again. And who knows, maybe I'll get another apparition on camera.
Like your
Maybe.
last one. Last one was
Maybe
really
not.
cool. Nobody ever says anything about it. We need to get that analyzed.
Because I'm not on TV, so my photo doesn't matter.
Oh.
But you know what? I don't care.
See, I don't care, Reaper. Basket.
Yeah, go with
Comes
his
with
finger,
cookies.
middle finger up, going, I don't care.
There you go. All righty, let's wrap this up.
So, from the internet's only rock and roll paranormal extravaganza, I'm Paul Jedi with Parahub Radio News, brought to you by Haunted America Tours. See them at hauntedamerica.tours.com.
Shannon McCabe and Holly DeLauder coming up.
Don't you go anywhere. Parahub Radio will return in just a moment.
That's new music from AC/DC. It's Rock and Roll Train from their CD called Black Ice. Hi, my name is Roughhouse with Pete, Paula, Anthony on the line, and also joining us right now, two of the craziest women you'll ever meet. They're nuts. Last time we had Shannon on, she had Paul Dale Roberts with her. This time she's bringing Holly DeLauder with her. Hello,
Hi, guys.
ladies. How are you?
Hi.
Wonderful. Thanks for having us on the show.
Totally.
I'm surprised you came back for more. After the last.
Hey, this is a first. Easy now.
Okay.
Yeah, Holly's kind of a radio virgin, so let's really give it to her.
Really? So this is your
virgin.
Is this your first show or?
Oh no,
Oh,
I was
okay.
on the radio with a few others,
Okay,
Eddie Middleton and a few others.
so you're not technically a radio virgin.
Oh, you're not
then.
really a virgin then. I thought you were more of a virgin. All right,
No,
we'll
no,
still
no,
really
no,
give
no.
it to her.
Oh gosh.
Okay. You asked for it.
I'm trying. I don't know.
Volunteering.
Oh man, means I have to stand up now. Anyway, so what is going on with you guys at Haunted Paranormal Investigation, or it's a Haunted and Paranormal Investigation, I should say, HPI?
I'm going to let Holly take that one.
Why?
Oh, why, Shan? Tell him what we got coming in November. Tell him what we got. From,
You tell him. You're on the
oh,
air right
man, you
now,
know more
sister.
about it. We,
Somebody do
investigated-
something, please.
Please. We investigated the Preston Castle with 2-4 from London, UK. We had a great time with them, and we're going on TV conversations with a serial killer, and we got some pretty good evidence out there.
Explain that.
Well,
the reason why I
Preston
wanted her to
Castle-
tell you is because I forgot what she was talking about for November.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, you take it from here, Shan.
Okay.
Explain talking
All
to
right,
a
thank you,
serial
Holly.
killer. What does that mean?
The 2-4 Productions is a production company out of the UK, London, and they produce paranormal reality shows. Well, this particular one is called Conversations with a Serial Killer, and this particular episode had to do with Richard Trenton Chase, the vampire of Sacramento.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but he's a real swell guy who used to eat babies and things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's super great. And he lives, I don't know, roughly 5 miles from where I live. Well, used to live, anyway.
Oh, is he
And,
still there?
Yeah, he was just a really disgusting dude who ended up killing, mutilating, bathing in their blood, eating, et cetera, people's, intestine and whatnot. And
Didn't he do that because he believed that his blood was turning into powder?
right, and the reason why he believed that was because he thought he had this disease that he made up in his head called soap dish disease. And soap dish disease was when when you pick up a bar of soap and it's gooey underneath.
Uh-huh.
If you touch the goo, you have soap dish disease. So all of you at home, if you have goo underneath your soap, you're totally screwed.
You're going to end up eating babies.
You're going to start
and all.
eating people.
Well, how much of that was hype and made up, and how much of that was real, though?
It was all real.
So
It was very real.
It
How
was
many-
crazy, obviously.
Well, how many people
Yeah.
did he apparently, kill? Or did
I don't have my notes in
more
front of me, but I want to say 5 in 4 days.
5 in 4 days?
Yeah.
And I believe
But-
there were more than what, they found.
Well, yeah, it's possible that there were more that hadn't been found out up until that point. But you know what he also used to do was he bought puppies and kitties and stuff and ate them.
He bought them and then ate them?
Yeah, he'd buy them from breeders or people that were, had just had puppies and put them in the paper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a real sick you-know-what. So
Wait.
anyway, we did this show, and Holly was there, and Jen Baca, and Paul Dale Roberts, and and we just had an awesome time. We shot with
Chris
them
Grissom, he was there.
Oh yeah, and Chris was there. Sorry, Chris. It was what did we shoot for 4 days, Holly?
I think so. I was just there for 1, but yeah.
And where were you shooting at?
All over Sacramento. We shot it, like Holly said, at the Preston Castle. And Holly, why don't you tell them what happened there?
Oh wow! Well, first of all, what was it? Like a reformatory for juvenile delinquents?
Right.
Boys?
Right. Yeah, it used
Was
to
it
be
just
a
boys?
boys' reformatory school back in the 1950s.
So it wasn't an actual castle.
No, they just call it Preston Castle. It's 65,000 square foot, a haunted building. It looks like castle slash, old hospital. It's really crazy. But
so
Holly, sorry.
Castle-esque, in other words.
Castle-esque.
Okay.
It's in Ione, right? Ione, California.
Ione, California.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really haunted.
Ione,
and
California.
they're restoring it right now, so it's extremely, active. And there was actually a woman that was killed in there too. Was she a worker, Shan?
Yeah, she was actually a school nurse.
And
she was killed by a couple of the students.
Mm-hmm. And then they found her body wrapped in a rug or something in the bathroom upstairs. So, but anyway, long story short, we were investigating, and they were filming us there, and Jen Baca heard a whisper, and she's calling for me. Holly, come here, come here. I was doing EVPs and down the hall, and so I went over there, and she said, I just heard something whisper. It was like whores, like it was calling her a whore. And so I turned my recorder up and sat there, and we, were trying to get some EVPs, and we both heard it audibly with our ears, and it just sent chills all up and down our body. We went, of course, and got the TV. We went and got the crew. We want to get this on filmed. So they come back, and I don't want to tell you the whole thing because it's on TV, but it's coming out on TV. But anyway, we have it recorded where Whores was coming out of thin air, and 2-4 Productions was they were able to, they heard it too, and they have it on film. And then when we went to leave, and everyone was ahead of me. I like to stay towards the back because I am a photographer too, so
and you're closer to the door, so
yeah, I like to stay back if I hear something or see something. I like to be able to take my time and get that energy pocket or what have you.
Right.
So everyone was up ahead of me, and I was like maybe 10 feet away from the building on my way out the front door, and the building started moaning at me. Like, it was the craziest thing I had ever heard. And
I heard it, and so did the producer.
I said, "Hey, you guys! Oh my God!" They're all, "Come on, Halls!" And I turned around, I said, "Hey, man, this building is making some crazy noises. Wait a minute, I'm gonna record this." So I started taking pictures and recording. It's on my voice recorder. And
is this a stone structure or what kind of?
It's audio and video and digital SLR. So we have some really good evidence from there. Yeah, it is a wonderful place to investigate, and anybody who wants to go get some evidence, they're remodeling, and I'm sure it would help them out restore the place.
And what is the name of the place again?
It's Preston Castle, and it's PrestonCastle.org.
Okay.
But they do a tour every other Saturday. So they have Saturday afternoon tours where they'll give you a guided tour. It's not a ghost tour per se, but it's still pretty cool. But ghosties can go there and take pictures and stuff. But
is there history of hauntings in this place?
No, we were the first ones to actually experience and document it.
Okay.
So, but what's cool about it, if any groups want to rent the place, I think they rent it for it's $5,000 for 4 hours. So.
And this was recorded.
It's real cheap.
For what TV show was it again?
It was.
Yeah.
It'll be on Living.
Yeah,
right?
Living Network, Conversations with a Serial Killer.
So you can go to 2-4.
Living Network is kind of like the CBS of London, and then they're actually working on selling it to a couple of the networks over here. So if not, I'm sure we'll be able to put a little piece of it on our HPI website.
There you go. And that's from 2-4 Productions, Conversations with a Serial Killer, And did they give you any indication on possibly when it might air, or is it just being shopped right now?
It's airing in November of 2008.
November of this year. Okay, so in a few
Yeah.
months here.
Yeah.
Cool. And it'll be
Right
on.
after Halloween.
And you said which network?
It's on the Living Network.
Living Network. All right. So if you get the Living Network on your cable or your satellite, check it somewhere around November and watch for Conversations with a Serial Killer. We're talking with Shannon McCabe and Holly DeLauder. Did I say your last name right, Holly?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Wow. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Not many
Holly
people do.
DeLaughter.
Well,
Yeah.
that's how it's spelled, and I knew, I've had
You're awesome.
I've had a lot of experience with mispronouncing a name by looking at it. So
No, you got it. Nailed
cool, because I'm that good.
Thank you.
They're with HPI. Tell us a little bit about your group while we have you on here. How long you guys been around?
We have been around since 2004, and we were originally formed in the San Francisco Bay Area, and then I took over a few years ago and made the base here in Sacramento. Now we have over, 350 members or something like that. And
How do you wrangle that many people?
Well, we don't.
She's an awesome organizer.
Okay.
We have the core group of people like Holly and Jen Baca, Chris, and the rest of them who do the investigations, and then like homes and businesses and whatnot. And then we have the members who are welcome to come on events that we do, such as scouting missions with Paul Dale Roberts and things like that, where we go to haunted locations and scope them out and kind of teach the newbies how to ghost hunt.
Wow.
So we just opened up a branch in Michigan, and we just opened up a branch in San Luis Obispo, California.
Wow. Is it a business for you guys, or is it just this, something that you guys are doing?
Well,
Well, it's
does it
nonprofit, totally.
classify as business making money, or because we don't?
Okay. Well, that's the idea behind a business, is to make money at it.
Yeah, we're poor, basically. So, no, I guess it's not a business or it's not a successful business,
Okay.
but it's fun.
It is successful. It's successful for me, and I was
Well, if you
looking
got-
for answers
No,
when I
I'm-
came to HPI.
I'm talking monetarily, that's all.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got like
yeah.
350
Successful
people, apparently.
spiritually by far.
Yeah, but if you got 350 people, you're doing something right, apparently. People want to be with you guys. So what do they get?
Well, I know Pete's a member.
Yes, I am. You were at
That's it.
All right. Anyway, I want to open it up here to our co-hosts, Pete, Paula, and Anthony. Pete, you got a question?
Oh, yes, I do. You,
Oh, boy.
You mentioned what?
Go ahead, Pete.
Your show, Conversations with a Serial Killer. You really didn't just talk about what conversations that you had, or what does the title have anything to do with the show?
Tell them about the seance, Shan. Tell them about the seance.
Will do.
Yes.
The reason.
Seance. Tell me about the seance. Yeah.
Okay. Hold your horses. All right, we went to.
Tell me about the seance.
Okay, a seance. All right, we did a seance in Old Sacramento, which is a really, really haunted area already. And what we had the show psychic, and he kind of, did his seance thing, and then was like, okay, Shannon, take over. I'm like, okay. Seances aren't really my thing, but what was awesome about it is the fact that we actually got some paranormal activity during the seance, and the psychic was telling me that, yes, I was picking up on Richard Trenton Chase, blah, blah, blah. I can't wait to see exactly what we did pick up on film because they haven't shown me yet. But the girl, I want to say, her name's Julie. She's one of the stars of the show. During the seance, as I was talking with Richard and telling him what a disgusting pig he was and how could he do this to people, blah, 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 she got this... What's that?
You're building up a really good rapport.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm not one to antagonize Spirit, but you know what? He was a serial killer.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, bring it. But anyway, Julie got this overwhelming sense of nausea. And she
who's
said
Julie?
that Julie is one of the stars of the show,
Oh,
Conversations with a Serial Killer.
All right.
And she said that the 40 seances that she's sat through, she's never, ever had anything at even remotely paranormal happen. And that night, they were just tripping out about how much stuff we were able to attract. And that's what's nice about
I think her exact words were, "Oh, bloody hell."
Yeah, oh, bloody hell.
This is against my belief system. And she went walking into the other room and started pacing, and then came back wiping sweat beads off her forehead.
Wait, was the camera rolling at this time?
Yeah.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yes,
All
sir.
right. Yeah, okay, now I understand.
So we were, and it's like old hat to us. We go through this stuff, once a week. And they were just tripping out. They're like, we've never, in all of our paranormal shows, have ever had a paranormal experience, but we have with you guys.
Yeah, how do you have a paranormal show that never has anything happen?
Well, the producer didn't even believe in ghosts.
Well, they might have found them
now.
since they left because
Wow.
they were.
Yeah,
I think they were
now.
touring the United States. They were interviewing and investigating with several paranormal groups across the United States.
Right.
So yeah, they have other.
I don't know. It comes across as like the most haunted group there. Maybe. From what I understand from talking,
it's a little bit different. No,
Yeah?
not so staged.
That's what I see when I'm talking. When I talk to my friends over in the in Britain and that area, they all pretty much say the same thing. Their basis on ghost hunting is that show.
Yeah.
And
That's
unfortunately,
too bad.
that show is really all it is entertainment. It's not really shouldn't be used for schooling anybody on how to do this. So,
right.
I just wonder if it's one of those
No,
kind of shows.
I'm not exactly sure if the rest of their episodes are even like our episode. I know that they go with a paranormal group to a paranormal location that was said to have the serial killer there. Okay, which is why we went to all of our locations. But they don't.
Hence the title, yeah.
Right, and they don't. I don't know if they necessarily gear it completely towards a ghost. It's just basically trying to contact this one entity, and I'm not sure if they're always successful or not. But it doesn't really matter to me because we picked up on so many other ghosts that it was like, woohoo, right on.
Well, let me.
So what if it's not Richard? Because this is totally cool anyway.
Well, let me get Anthony and Paula in here. Anthony, do you have a question? Is his mic working yet? I know he was having trouble a little while ago.
We have a question from the chat room.
Go ahead, and while he's working on his microphone.
I closed the window. Hang on. Okay. Now I have to scroll up.
I think the question was, how long were you guys there when you were filming for this?
Right, in the castle.
The castle, we were there for about, 6 hours, Ollie?
Oh, so it wasn't like an overnight thing or anything?
Oh, no, it wasn't overnight,
no.
but we were there for a significant amount of time. I mean,
Yeah. Nobody could afford to spend the night there.
It was. We were there when the sun was setting. We got there in the afternoon and stayed through, sunset and on into the darkness, and
Yeah,
I think it was about 4, 5, 6 hours, something like that.
Just enough time to have to use the night vision that they're so fond of.
Oh man, they had some seriously cool equipment.
Really?
They had these awesome light sticks that I'd never seen, and I was like, oh my god, I got to get me one of these. They're like lightsabers. They were super cool.
What did they use them for?
Were they able to get more evidence in the spot? I
have not a clue. They're keeping me in the dark.
Okay. Well, interesting.
That's why I need a light stick.
Raver ghosts. You just never know. Raver Reapers. Anyway, we've been talking with Shannon McCabe and Holly DeLauder. Pete, did you have any more questions before we let him go?
Yeah, I got another one.
All right.
Bring it.
Okay.
Bring it.
With the show, and you haven't seen any evidence from what you had done. How comfortable are you with knowing that the evidence that they say that you caught hasn't been manufactured?
The reason why I know is because I actually do have some evidence that I caught myself.
Yeah, but you don't have the stuff that they say that you said you haven't seen.
No. What they did was they filmed us with our equipment. So basically, I have everything that I personally picked up. Holly has everything that she personally picked up. But what they've done was they basically were on the outskirts filming us catching the evidence, and at the same time catching it themselves.
But what if they fabricated something? Would you be,
I would be able to tell.
Okay.
So I will come back after that show has aired and let you know.
Okay. Awesome.
I will definitely know. And I'm really, really a stickler on it has to be, very truthful. That's what we base our whole mantra on at HPI is, don't bring me a damn orb and say that this is a ghost.
Right. I
You
hear
know?
you.
It better be something I can hear, something I can feel, something I can whatever.
Right. Conversations with a Serial Killer. It'll be on the Living Channel sometime in November. Probably, I would guess, probably somewhere right after Halloween. I mean,
Yeah, right after the Ghost Whisperer here.
yeah. Well, there you go. So be watching for that. Shannon and Holly from HPI will be on there, and we'll watch it and we'll critique it for you.
I would love that, and I also want you guys to critique Ghost Girls.
Ghost Girls. Tell me about that one. Before we
So
get out of
Ghost
here.
Girls is that show that Nancy Bradley and I are doing.
Oh, okay. I
And,
wasn't aware of this.
I'll have to bring her on the show next time, and we'll give you a full rundown.
Where is that airing?
It's airing right now on the Ghost Channel TV, ghostchannel.tv, I believe.
Ghostchannel.tv on the internet?
Or
Cool.
you can go to ghostgirls.net. And then,
What?
but
Oh, wild? What?
what?
Ghost Girls Gone Wild?
Oh, wild? Okay.
We actually got a inquiry the other day that somebody thought it was a porn site.
Gosh.
Don't give them any ideas.
Yeah, exactly. Don't, unless you're going to make money at it. But anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All righty.
So-
Well, thank you so much for coming on and letting us know about that. We'll pass the word on about Ghost Girls
Awesome.
and
Would
conversations.
you mind- I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to butt
I was
in
going
like
to.
a
I was going to
jerk.
say, go ahead if you could give us your website and.
I was going to ask if I could do that.
Sure.
Oh. www.hpiparanormal.net.
hpiparanormal.net. Thank you so
You
much.
can look up the beautiful Holly DeLauder.
Listen to her. Yeah, right. We'll
She's
talk
totally
later.
cute.
well, Shannon and Holly, thank you so much for coming back on the show.
Thank
Well,
you,
Shannon,
guys.
Holly, it was your first time. Hopefully, we didn't scar you too much.
Oh, not at all. Thank
Aw.
you so much for having us.
You're quite welcome. My name is Roughhouse, and thanks to Shannon and Holly from HBI coming on here and give us a little lowdown about their new show, Conversations with a Serial Killer, coming out in November. Joining me tonight, Pete, Paula, and Anthony. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Are we doing good tonight?
We're doing good, except for some minor technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
but something
tired.
All right, Pete, go ahead.
Yeah, they have a
I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. What?
Give him a taste of his own medicine. No,
Absolutely.
I'm just teasing.
Anyway, coming up here next week. Where's my calendar? Got to change to the next month because next month is Rocktober. Got Lorraine Warren coming up, scheduled to come up next week. Lorraine Warren is probably the grandmother of paranormal investigations. It's really hard to think about paranormal investigations and not put her in your top 5 investigators of all time. Lorraine Warren will be on the show next week. Hey, everybody, guess what time it is? It's trivia time. That's right. It is trivia time. We had such fun with it last time that, hey, we're going to do it again tonight. These three
Right.
things have something in common. Let's see. Who won last week or week before last? I don't even have my thing here.
Cats.
She won by 1. I think she had 4 to 3 to 3. Pete, you were out. So this will be your chance to make a little redemption, Pete. And since you have no points, we'll start with you. How about that?
Sure.
Okay. These 3 things have something in common. Tell me what it is. Foot, toad, bar.
Foot,
Foot, toad, bar. And you in the chat room can play along too if you'd like.
I have no clue.
Foot, toad, and bar. All right, have nothing.
Stool.
There you go. Anthony gets it. Footstool,
What?
toadstool, bar stool. You know.
What up, Pete?
All
Can't beat
right.
This.
Paula.
Yes.
McDonald's. St. Louis. A foot. What do these three things have in common?
I mean, besides McDonald's food tastes like feet in Missouri. No.
Nice.
Oh, I got this. I got this. You
Oh,
better
say
get
that
it, Paul.
again. I'm not good at trivia. Say it again.
McDonald's, St. Louis, a foot.
You better get it.
Hang on.
Steal it.
McDonald's, St.
I'm gonna steal
Louis.
it.
Well, it goes to Pete after Paula, so you may
I'm gonna
be.
steal it.
5 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Just give them all to Anthony. No.
I got this.
Pete,
Go ahead, Pete.
Pete, what
You
is
got a
it?
shot.
McDonald's.
Things that are a quarter pounder. I don't know.
No, Anthony, what is it?
Arches.
Arches. McDonald's, St. Louis, a foot.
What up?
Okay. Oh, a foot arch. Okay.
There
Ha
you go.
ha.
Ha ha ha.
Hardly have any. How am I supposed to know that?
All right, Pete, this goes to you.
Sure.
Skin the Cat, Iron Cross, Thomas Flair.
What?
Skin the Cat, Iron Cross, Thomas Flair. These three things have something in common. What is it?
Who is Thomas Flair?
Anthony's last date.
There you go. No.
True.
Anthony, do you have an answer for this one?
No.
All right. Paula?
No, because I have no clue who Thomas Flair is.
Skin the Cat, Iron Cross, Thomas Flair. They're all maneuvers in gymnastics.
Oh,
of course,
yeah.
I figured.
Oh, yeah, I
figured
know
with
that.
That was my last date.
There you go. I figured with the Olympics being not too long ago, you might, have something there. But all right, Anthony. Let's see.
Yeah, gymnastics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Anthony. I'm going to give you a monster hard one here,
All
Go off right now.
and there's no jokes there. Izmir, Izmir, Ankara, Istanbul.
Oh.
Izmir, Ankara, Istanbul.
These are all cities in something, but what?
And you can't Google.
Nope.
I'm not Googling. I'm not touching my keyboard.
5 seconds.
Cities where? Not Constantinople.
And
That's-
time's up.
I
Paula?
don't know.
Cities in what, Paula?
Is that India? No.
No. Pete?
It's pretty bad.
Oh, I know what it is now. Turkey.
Yep, there you go. I was gonna.
Damn it.
Sorry.
We're
took
all
me
a
a
bunch
second.
of geographic idiots.
All right, we have time for a couple
Okay.
more.
I still didn't look that up. I still didn't use the computer. I remembered that.
All right. Okay, Paula. Let's
Oui,
see. The Odd Couple. Dad. Some Like It Hot.
Really old effing movies before I was born.
Yeah, they all have something in common, though.
Okay, say it again.
Odd Couple. Dad. Some Like It Hot.
Movies about men.
Not wrong. Pete?
They all have a theme song.
I know the answer. I just can't think. Movies that have Jack Lemmon in it.
There you go. Ding, ding, ding.
Come on, what year were they? Like in the 60s? How am I supposed to know that?
Well, I'm just pulling
I mean,
them
I'm
up here.
old, but I'm not that old.
All right, well, I'm pulling them up
You're
here as I
old.
come here.
Oh,
wait a
Big,
second, wait a second,
Bigfoot's
wait.
got one for you. Bigfoot in the chat room
I'm
has
not old
a
either.
trivia question for you.
Does he?
I won't say it.
Okay. Let's see. Pete, this one goes to you.
Yes, Paul. Get with Paula after the show, and she'll send 8x10s out. Go ahead.
Rose, Blanche, Dorothy. All three have something in common.
I know that one.
Rose.
Thank you
for being a friend.
No.
No, was it?
I know.
No, wrong. Anthony? Rose.
Golden Girls.
There you go. Golden Girls. Okay. I
See,
figured-
he gets a modern one, and I get the one for the 60s.
All right, Paula, here's
That
an
was
easy-
my dad's favorite show for whatever reason. I'm sorry I had to admit that.
Paula, here's
Okay.
an easy one for you, okay? Humans, porcupines, books. All three
They
of
have
these have...
spines.
There you go. You're on the board finally. Where am I at? Let's see.
My brain just does not store useless information. It only stores the important stuff.
See, that's the thing about being a DJ is we were told one time at a big meeting we had, a whole bunch of us DJs, that you know you're a real DJ when you have this inane need to store useless information. And I do, you know.
Me
So.
too.
You know who invented top 5 lists or top 10 lists? DJs. We were bored. That's where it comes from.
I believe it.
All right, Pete. Kodiak, Nome, Cordova.
Cities in Alaska.
Absolutely. Ding, ding. All right. You have 2. Anthony has 3. Paula has 1. All right. Anthony, this one goes to you. A smoker, a gambler, a nun.
Smoker, a gambler, and a nun.
All 3 of these have something in common.
Habit.
There
Habit.
you go. Habit. All right.
Yes.
Gives you 4. All right. Paula? Porky. Spanky. Alfalfa. You have to know this one.
Porky Pig. Keep saying it. What is it? Porky what?
Porky, Spanky, and Alfalfa.
Oh yeah, that was oh god, what'd you call those guys? Hang on.
Come on.
Oh crap.
5 seconds.
I know
got
this. I know this one. I know
3,
this one.
2.
2.
All right, Pete, this goes to you.
Little Rascals.
There you go.
Yeah.
Little Rascals.
Yep, East.
All right. Let's go through one more round here. We got time for one more round. Okay. Who answered the last one? Pete? All right, Anthony, this one goes to you. Bicycle. Hoyle. Delta.
Cards.
Yep. Cards. Card manufacturers.
Damn, I'm good.
All right. Paula, this one goes to you. Let's see. Let me find a really, really hard one for you.
Good.
Make sure it doesn't have useless information on it.
Yeah, I can't find... Yeah. Estrogen, testosterone, progesterone.
Things that cause migraines.
There you go. Nicknames of golfers. No, that's estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone. What is
Oh,
it?
you're being serious?
Yeah.
They're hormones.
There you go. Well, that gives you 2.
Congratulations, Paula.
All right, Pete, last one.
Okay.
Bob, Tom, Allie.
Names of cats.
There you go. Congratulations. All righty. Well, the final score on that one, Pete 4, Anthony 5, Paula 2. Better luck next time, Paula.
Ruff, why don't you tell him what he's won?
You've won absolutely nothing. Thank you for
thank
playing.
you.
I always wanted
Thank you,
it,
Rob.
man. I always wanted it.
Ask me something about space next time.
About space next time. Okay, well, I'll make sure that I find some space questions for you next time.
And no asking your wife.
No, that's because she's the rocket scientist.
That's right.
Literally. Pete, Paula, Anthony, thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
Oh, you're welcome.
We appreciate it.
You know what?
Hey, this is Roughhouse. Thanks for listening to this week's Parahub Radio Podcast. As always, you can hear us live every Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, 3 a.m. if you happen to be in the UK. Just go to parahub.org and click on the chat, and you can listen to us and talk to us while we're doing the show. Thanks again. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.